Hello, everybody. It's your boy, the Punko Taku Scribe. And as of this recording, about 3 hours ago or so, the official teaser for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie dropped. I was at work when it dropped. A buddy of mine told me that it had released. Then he linked it to me. I watched it, and it's looking pretty good. This thing has had a really crazy production cycle. It was announced about, I think, 8 years ago or so now, and it was originally slated to come out through Warner Brothers. Now, when that was announced, some people thought that was fine and were excited for the move regardless, and others kind of scratched their heads like, WB? Why? Because it's such a iconic horror IP and a rather brutal one at points that WB, could they really do that justice? And some people's defense towards that was, WB makes those Conjuring movies, it could be fine. But then it left Warner Brothers and went to Blumhouse. When it went to Blumhouse, I thought to myself, okay, now we're gonna have a horror movie. I would have supported it from Warner Brothers regardless, but through Blumhouse, now that's something. But then after it moved to Blumhouse, there was a lot of silence on it. They just news was either coming out in a trickle or not at all. And we had virtually nothing up until I think maybe last year. We got some photos of like animatronics and the like build of the actual pizzeria, like the sign. Or did we get that this year? I think we got that this year. And then it was announced that very recently that a trailer leaked. Now I didn't see that trailer. Apparently it's a lot longer. I wanted to see the actual release. I wanted to see the animatronics in HD, so I didn't bother. I didn't watch that. But I did watch this trailer, and man, it looks solid. It's a very short teaser. It's only about 47, 48 seconds long. But what they show is really intriguing. It opens up with like this retro looking, like training video for the pizzeria, Freddy Fazbear's, and it feels really off. It feels strange, which it should, considering what the IP is. And then we get some shots of Josh Hutcherson kind of going through the pizzeria, and he's confused. Then we get some quick action shots. One that I found really interesting was one of the shots. He's strapped to a chair in front of the actual like skeleton of the exoskeletons, and it's got like buzzsaws in its face. Well, it looks like a face spinning, which kind of had a bit of a saw feel to it, I thought. And I think that's really cool. That, it's like Five Nights at Jigsaw's almost, is what that kind of felt like. But I digress. We get a brief glimpse of the animatronics, and they look really good. Really good. The red eyes at the very end of the teaser was kind of funny. I don't recall ever seeing their eyes glow red like that. Not fully anyway, not like that, but it was kind of cool looking. But yeah, this is looking really good. And after movies like the Banana Splits movie and Willy's Wonderland, those were like divisive in the horror community, from what I understand. People that liked those movies really liked them for the cheesy fun they were, and those that didn't like them really hated them for how cheap they looked and were. But I think regardless, because of those two movies existing and being in the horror fan conscious, this is going to get a lot of attention, not only because of the IP, but because we have been getting that idea of animatronic animals running around being scary and hurting people. So it should be a fun horror concept, and personally, I think they're gonna knock it out of the park. This looks really solid. Now, I am a fan of the game franchise, and there were a couple of things floating around online that I heard that got me a little concerned. One of the main things being that apparently in the leaked trailer was in it. For those of you who don't know, he's this guy right here. And he was the one and only animatronic that you had to survive in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Now, if they're really going to have in this movie and he's going to be a part of this movie, not just like a tease or something, that has me concerned that they're going to just jam a bunch of stuff from the franchise all in one movie just to, you know, get the references and stuff in there. And if there's one thing that these adaptations, whether it's an anime adaptation, a video game adaptation, or a book adaptation, the their curse that they do a lot is they either do too much to appease the fans or they over explain to appease the people that are new. And if in this already, it could be a little too soon, which in my opinion it would be. I mean, they could do it fine, but if Josh Hutcherson is supposed to be playing Mike Schmidt, and this is looking like it's going to be based off of the first game, should be nowhere near this. If they're going to, adhere to the source material. If not, that's a little worrisome, but we could see what they do. Speaking on the visuals of this movie, though, I did mention the animatronics look good, but the pizzeria looked really good too, and the security footage room looked really good too. Now, Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City looked really accurate too, and we all know how that turned out, but as far as visuals go, this looks pinpoint accurate. It's crazy. Yeah, man, I'm excited for this thing. I've been excited. Its whole production 8-year production cycle. This is something I thought would never come. And I think a lot of FNAF fans thought would never come. And here it is. We got a release date, October 27th, and October cannot get here fast enough. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the FNAF teaser trailer. When the full trailer drops, I'm going to do a video on that as well. And of course, there's going to be a review. I've been the Punk Otaku Scribe, and I'll see you in the next one.